everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. First thing that we're going to be doing is going to our war table, because I didn't do that last time at the end of the episode because I was tired. I was tired. This episode's mainly going to be us exploring Skyhold, see what everyone says, see if there's new things, try to find Morrigan, blah blah blah. But first, let's take care of some war table missions, and then we'll go ahead and do that. It's gonna be a pretty chill, maybe a short episode, depending. I think we still have to do the Samson armor stuff, so we'll probably do that.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
Our alliance with Orlais holds, for the present. They'll send aid on request.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus' followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
That's what we want. Demoralized soldiers fall first. Where is Corypheus now?
After you dealt with the Duchess, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds. He's moving south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
Okay.
We strike Corypheus now, while his people are reeling. If he's hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we finish him.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one.
Morrigan. I don't know why they put her in the same outfit.
I can assist.
I don't know why they put her in the same outfit. I guess I could have modded her. Oh well.
You have my attention, Lady Morrigan.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you.
Oh snap, we're doing this right now? Alright, let's do it. Show me, girl.
This is an Illuvian.
She just brought it to Skyhold.
An elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
This belonged to my people.
I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds. Untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
We just walk in. Listen, they could have gave Morrigan a new outfit. They gave Liliana a new outfit. Alistair gets a new outfit depending on what, if he's king or warden. Like, it couldn't have been that hard to give her a new outfit. It's been 10 years and she has a kid. Anyway, my little rant done. Let's focus on the story. This is really fucking cool. The whole thing that Meryl was trying to do with the Illuvion was to fix it to do this. And I think there's a little Easter egg of seeing her specific Illuvion in this cutscene somewhere. I'll try to keep an eye out.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost. I call it the Crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist?
Who can say? Formed from the fabric of time and space, perhaps. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
The energy here.
This place isn't natural. It almost seems constructed. It's as if someone made a pocket within the Fade with its own rules of reality.
Ooh.
If the ancient elves could do this...
It seems remarkable that the Magisters of Tevinter could ever challenge them. Yes.
It's deteriorating. Eventually, this place will simply collapse on itself.
Who can say how old it is? For now, it stands, and thus retains its value.
I'm glad we had that conversation, because we should know about magic and elven stuff.
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world.
Ooh.
The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I had a safe place to raise my son. But only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
What do you mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Illuvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
I suppose you have such a key.
The key can be many things. Each Illuvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
Corypheus wants to come here.
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Illuvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it.
I like how she's telling us some truth, but not the whole truth about what Corypheus probably wants.
You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Morgan always keeping secrets right up until the point of everything being revealed. Classic Morgan. Alright, now we have an Illuvian that we can't access for some reason. I still wanted to do war table stuff first, so let me go and do that before we explore Skyhold more. Morgan's here now. Dagna has forwarded what she learned about Samson's strange armor. Her glee over her discovery is disconcerting. But her information will prove invaluable. We should speak at your earliest convenience, Inquisitor.
Any clues to his next move?
Some, but not enough for us to go on just yet.
Annexing Kirkwall. The worst of the mage rebellions now passed. However, the mage who started all, who destroyed the Chantry in Kirkwall and murdered Grand Cleric Athena and dozens of the innocent faithful, is still at large. The fanatic Anders must be brought to justice. Though he may no longer be in the city, it is still home to many of his known associates. I thus resolved to invade Kirkwall to locate Anders, but Starkhaven's annexation of this notoriously troubled city has not proceeded as planned. The city's resistance oppose me. They forget that I do this for the good of the city and for all the free marches. As a staunch ally of the Inquisition, I entreat support for this endeavor, that Kirkwall may be brought under control before more innocents are harmed. I fear the diplomatic ramifications having our soldiers seen as part of a conquering army. Let us tell the prince that the Inquisition has no one to spare after the destruction of Haven. Who would blame us? We have a chance to end this to our advantage. Aveline will back down in the face of our overwhelming force if we bolster Sebastian with Inquisition.
In a while. How goes the hunt for
Brother.
Samson?
We're close. I know it.
If
I
I
don't-
can help you any further.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm glad we started seeing them interact, but I don't like it when I'm literally trying to read. Maybe they should do that when I'm outside of reading cards. Otherwise, it just bothers me and interrupts me, and I lose my place. If we bolster Sebastian with Inquisition agents as his advisors, we can keep him from doing more damage. The prince means to retaliate against anyone who ever harbored Anders. Kirkwell's resistance is headed by Guard Captain Aveline. With our help, she can break Sebastian's resolve and send him running back to Starkhaven. Yeah, let's support Aveline.
All right.
Sorry. Inquisitor, here's the thing. I don't even own a mask. Thus, when the Elysian Empress invites me to engage in real peace talks, I get nervous. I don't know what Orlesians mean when they say that, but I hear it involves poison and dancing. Perhaps both at the same time. I'm told you know Empress Celine and she owes you for the whole saved your life business. Considering you also helped save mine, perhaps the Inquisition could help make these talks happen. There's a great deal of bad blood between these nations, but I will do my best to facilitate their talks. Oh my god, 14 hours. Go, Josephine. Be free. Oh my god. What's that? Elven Ruins? Mistress Pauline's supplies have reached Sarnia. Food and clothing are being divided among the populace according to need. And thanks, the town has given the Inquisition several tons of their best granite as building materials. Cool. I am impressed by Michelle's memory. He's walked the paths between the Illuminants and seems to remember much of it. What has happened? Why does he know this? This will give us some insight into Brialia's schemes. So, why are we investigating the Elven Ruins? We have made progress at Dinan Hanan, the tomb of the Emerald Knights. The structure appears more extensive than we had thought. As my keeper was not interested in this endeavor, perhaps the Inquisition might be willing to aid us. I would hate to return home empty-handed. I trust the spirit of cooperation will benefit us both. Besides, it's rather exciting. I imagine the place must pique your curiosity as well. A few of our soldiers are scouting nearby. We can divert them to the elves' location. Oh, don't they die or something? I think I remember that. A few of our soldiers met with the elves at Dinan Hanan, the elven ruin in the Emerald Graves. Their leader, Tavern, wishes to speak with us as a sign of cooperation between the Inquisition and his clan. However, some of his party are wary of our presence and the Inquisition's intentions. Our interest in strengthening our relationship with the Dalish would appear more genuine if we met with them in person. Okay, we'll go do that eventually. Let's get... Who are we doing? Leliana? We're gonna do Leliana for something? Trying to remember, yeah, let's do this one with Leliana.
Inquisitor.
Okay, I'm gonna step away from the war table. We're not gonna do what Pride had wrought in this episode. We're gonna be talking to everyone in Skyhold. We're gonna be doing side quests. I'm not sure when I want to do the dragon stuff. And we also have 2 DLC to still do. I know I want to do the Frostbacks before I do what Pride had wrought, because I want to do the DLC before we complete the main storyline of Inquisition, because I want Solus involved.
Oh, how bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
The nobility needed a shock. Corypheus played them all for fools.
I agree completely. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
Awesome. I felt out of place. I think she does, yeah, a little
I kept
bit.
dreading I'd drop the wrong spoon or step on a general's foot.
Well done. Feuds that spanned ages have sparked over this.
Oh my goodness.
Really?
Inquisitor never underestimates the enmity of those for whom outrage is a sport.
Goodness.
I was hoping you'd be by. We've
Oh.
received letters from Archon Redanus of Tevinter and King Marcus of Nevada. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
Then the Inquisition's deeds have won their respect.
They'd never have contacted us otherwise.
Amazing.
Archon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a Venatori cult on the Nevaran-Tevinter border. King Marcus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Nevada
What?
instead of Tevinter.
What course of action would you take if you were in my place?
Strained as their relationship with Orle is, I would assist the Imperium. Their friendship is difficult to win, and Marcus is a fading power. Tevinter is the longer, richer game.
Tevinter.
What sort of man is the King of Navarra?
At this point, elderly. Many fear his health will soon fail him. Still, he is a Pentagast. Their dynasty is exceptionally strong in Nevada.
As a Pentagast, will Cassandra be upset if we don't help her relatives?
With all respect to Sigar Pentagast, her interest in politics is best described as thin.
Yeah, I don't think she would care.
Why is the ruler of Tevinter turning on the Venatori?
He has little reason to love them. Archon Redanus has rightly identified Corypheus as competition. Few monarchs relish a self-styled god showing up to claim their throne.
Okay. True enough.
Tell me about Redanus.
Like most Tevinter rulers, he's heir to an ancient bloodline, politically shrewd, and a highly skilled mage. Rumor also claims he has an incredibly soft spot for cats.
Oh. Why Tevinter?
Tell the Archon the Inquisition will do Tevinter the favor of wiping out the Venatori on its borders.
Very good, Inquisitor. We'll inform him at once.
Okay.
Yes?
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly
Okay.
pledged its
I
support
see.
to us.
That's her generic thing. Alright, so we do have to sit in judgment. We need to go talk to Cullen. Morgan is now in the gardens. Let's go sit in judgment. I'm assuming we're judging Florian. I'm assuming.
I do not believe a reminder is necessary for this accused. Her capture and disgrace could not have been more public. Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon, although her titles are among the dignities already at risk of forfeiture.
She's still in her
You spared
masquerade
life
outfit.
Despite her treachery. What becomes of it now falls to you.
Out of your element, Florian. Welcome to the Inquisition. My party.
Despite her posture, Lady Floriane has acknowledged your authority.
Should I curse you on behalf of the Elder One? I realize he had no intention of honoring the concordats I manipulated. Do as you must. I respect your mastery of the game, even as I despise your victory. Celine does not know her fortune.
I think this is the funniest one. Just her outfit, bad shoes. I think this is the funniest one.
She has caused no end of misery. It's
To
time
be
she brought
approved.
some joy. Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon, jester to the Inquisition, in flat shoes.
History's greatest malevolence, Inquisitor. I am the jest of Orlais already.
She's a jester. She could do anything she wanted to here. And we're just letting her be a jester here. That's hilarious. I think she shows up in this area standing. Ooh, look at that meat. Yummy. Hello, Varric.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you. The second one will be Bastard.
We unfortunately...
They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
Unfortunately, I didn't find Varric. I didn't know where he was in that area. When we were at the ball. I guess I don't have anything. Let's talk a little bit.
Something, Varric?
You want to talk about me?
Okay, there's nothing. Never mind. Alright, we got Solus. Have you painted? You did. Whoa. I wonder if the painting changes depending on who you picked. Because obviously Celine is there, but we had Brialia with her. Hello, Solus.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, the machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Shiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
And if you asked him this, I think he gets disapproved, but...
You missed court intrigue? When were you at court?
Oh, well, never directly, of course. An
He
elven
slipped
apostate
up.
is rarely invited to speak with empresses and kings. But from the Fade, I have watched dynasties form and empires crumble. It is sometimes savage, sometimes noble, and always fascinating. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally. And Briala as well, thanks to your efforts on her behalf.
Solus slipped up there.
My heart.
Oh, my heart.
I need to know more about Corypheus.
He has lost his army, and he has lost Orlais. That eliminates military or political means to rebuild Tevinter. He will need to demonstrate that no one in this world can stand against his magic. It will not be subtle.
Alright.
We'll talk later.
Dareth Shiral.
I like how he slipped up there a little bit. Because he must have been at court with the elves before. Great Elven Empire. Dorian.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. Saving the day, reconciling lovers, mediating a civil war. So sugary, it's nauseating. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
Oh, does it?
Happy to oblige. A taste of home, just for you.
Not just for me. Fun for the whole family.
Perhaps I should have invited some.
We were there. That's what counts. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair.
Tasted of despair. I love it.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
Oh my god, this person next to him. Oh, I love it. Vivian's over here, isn't she? I'm sure she had some plenty things to say about
if you
that.
require any assistance.
Oh,
My dear, I'm afraid I must ask you for help.
why's she standing like
There
that?
is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the
Oh.
Civil War.
This is about her lover.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivian. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but you won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. I would do no less for you, after
It's her
all.
own discretion, though.
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
Okay, we'll help her.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful.
We'll do it.
I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
What I think it's fucked up is she's putting this trust in you, and it is her own problem that she doesn't come up front about. But you can lie to her that you got a normal wither heart and say it was a snowy wither heart. And that's kind of fucked up.
Inquisitor, what can I do for you, darling?
You don't want to talk about the Winter Palace? Okay. That's fine. I'll do your thing, though. What was that? Vivian's alchemy notes. A suitable replacement for the Primatus root must be derived, as the plant went extinct during the Second Blight. Dried red moss cut from a wandering hill has shown similar restorative effects. An emulsion of silverite and elf fruit extract can counteract the fatal toxicity of red moss. The solution must be heated for exactly 75 minutes with magical flame. Mundane fires, regardless of fuel type, have been found to burn at too low a temperature. The heart of the snowy withern must be added to at the last possible moment. The compound becomes unstable when exposed to light, even if stored in perfect darkness. It is only viable for 3 days. It begins to degrade in potency in a matter of hours, and experimentation has shown that the age regression effect decreases steadily over time from the moment it is synthesized. By the second day, the results are almost too subtle to detect, and by the third, it is entirely useless. Age regression.
I can't make heads or tails of this. Age regression. Who is this potion for?
See, I think people who actually hate Vivian would assume it's for her. But what I like about Vivian is that she actually cares a lot about the people that are in her life. Liliana. Oh, right. Right. Okay, hi.
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it.
And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
True. Oh. Cutscene after cutscene.
A message from Divine Justinia.
Whoa.
That's a shock. You're right reading it.
Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
Do you know what you're looking for?
The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
Well, why would I say that? That's weird.
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it?
Justinia was revered mother at the chantry there for many years before she became the divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
I'll help in whatever way I can.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence. One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it.
Interesting.
I shall meet you at the chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
Aye, aye. Can I talk to you again, though?
So Varric knew where the champion was all along. That's the last time we sent Cassandra to interrogate.
You were also there. Okay, you're talking about something that happened a while
I
back.
didn't get the chance to say so earlier, but welcome back to Skyhold. After that terrible journey through the Fade, it must feel good to stand on solid ground again.
Yeah.
I'm thankful to be back. No one should enter the Fade physically.
And you've done it twice now. Shall I count you fortunate or unfortunate?
Maybe unfortunate. Okay, let's talk to
I'll
her
leave
again.
you to your work.
Inquisitor?
Nope, she has nothing else. Okay. To Cullen. To Cullen. He's got some things to do too. Hello.
No red lyrium, no allies, and soon Samson will have no armor, I hope.
You hope?
Dagna's started work on her red lyrium samples, but she needs more details on the armor. We found orders in the mine. They mention Maddox, a name I did not expect to hear.
You know who Maddox is? I don't remember Maddox.
Samson's letter said something about taking over as the vessel.
Perhaps it's a rank among the Red Templars. It could be a title from ancient to Vinter. Or it's some other role Corypheus has planned for Samson, and Maddox is part of it.
Another voice from your past.
In a way, this is complicated.
Who's Maddox?
Maddox was
Okay.
a mage in Kirkwall's circle. Samson smuggled letters between him and his sweetheart. Eventually, Samson was caught. That's why he was cast out of the order. Maddox was made tranquil and became a skilled craftsman
Oh.
of magical items. Samson must have rescued him.
Interesting.
I can't believe they made a man tranquil over a few love letters.
The official charge was corrupting the moral integrity of a temple.
Wow.
Knight Commander Meredith wielded the brand for far lesser offenses, believe me.
She was not a good knight captain.
Why would Maddox need saving?
When the mages rebelled in Kirkwall, the worst battles took place at the gallows in the circle itself. I thought Maddox had died in the fighting, or was eking out a living on the streets. A hard fate for a tranquil in Kirkwall. Samson must have found him, taken him in.
Having an inside man among Samson's forces would be invaluable, if we could convince him.
I couldn't say. I've lived around Tranquil most of my life, and I've never understood them. It seems Maddox built Samson's armor for
Interesting.
him, and maintains it still. Tranquil and Kirkwall needed rare and expensive supplies for their enchantments. Supplies we can trace. I can have our men kick down some doors, Inquisitor. Samson's armor might lead us right to his stronghold.
Alright, we got a quest.
I'd be perfectly happy never again setting foot in the Winter Palace. It wasn't the gossip and backstabbing, I know what the game entails, but the indifference to it all.
I didn't care for it myself.
I shouldn't be surprised. The Chantry can be the same. Their politics are less extravagant, but just as heated. The Empress rules a country. The Divine influences half a continent.
Okay.
That's
Thank you,
all
Colin.
Another...
We'll be sure to do your quest, because we don't want Samson to have good armor. Oh! Hey!
This is amazing. Convincing
Welcome.
the keeper took work, but I'm so glad you managed.
Yeah, welcome. And I don't think he does anything else for us. Alright, Blackwall. You have a quest for us, it looks like. Blackwall cutscene.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for
Oh,
company.
I know what this conversation's gonna be, and I don't want it. Makes me sad. Fucked up people in the world.
When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. I caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
Oh.
Not the fireside tale I was expecting, Blackwall.
Just listen. I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying.
No.
I saw the kicking legs,
I don't
the
like
neck
listening to
straining
this.
and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
Like, we're making excuses for him. I wish we could be like, yo, that's fucked up.
You said you were just a boy.
I was old enough to know the dog was suffering and that it was wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
When we first met, you were saving peasants from demons and outlaws. You're not a man who shuts his eyes. A little insane, maybe.
Of course you'd make light of it.
Oh.
You make saving the world look easy. The rest of us can only dream of matching what you've done.
Bro.
Don't you see? It's not just about what happened back then. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
Damn. What does that mean, Blackwall? Okay, well, while we're here, I'm gonna talk to everyone in here then.
Your worship,
Can you think of any...
a few Orlesian nobles didn't like how things ended at the Winter Palace. They're not rebelling outright, but they've brought in mercenary companies in preparation. The Chargers have a good reputation. If we go in, we can buy the companies out from underneath them. The nobles will lose the men they meant for causing trouble, and the Inquisition gets some fresh blood.
Alright,
We'll
perfect.
talk later.
Bro.
You know I've got no problem with Orlesians, but Halam Sharal was a mess.
It was.
At least under the Qun, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
Sure, I agree.
I hate politics.
You've got a crappy job then, guys.
I guess I do.
Man, those serving girls are frisky.
Oh my god,
See
okay.
you later, Bull.
I'm still
Nice talking
I'm
with you,
still
boys.
reveling over him saying, "Hey, look up, giant woman with titsicles." Hey, how y'all doing?
Inquisitor.
Oh, I haven't put them out yet. Alright, Sarah next. There's like no one up here. Oh, Sarah next.
One for the Empress, for Gaspar, Brianna, the Duchess, and Corypheus. Right in the dangle bag.
Right in the dingle bag.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot.
Oh,
A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right? So long as there's a book for the throne. A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one empress's arse?
yeah, a lot of elves died.
Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
Ew, earwigs.
I don't know. You want to stop a party? I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things with their little pinchy butts.
Pinchy butt.
Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an empress. We patched their spat, Briala and the Celine, but without their breakup, none of it would have happened like that.
You know, Probably true. The feelings were high and intense more than it should have been. It did make it worse.
That was a mistake on their part. It made everything worse.
Wrong way around, Inquisitor. It started worse. Lots of people died before there was a hole in the sky.
True.
That's who you're saving. If you get a chance, maybe remind them not to be idiots.
I'll do my best, Sarah. Wanna talk? Oh, another cutscene.
You have a problem.
Do I?
That over there is a full tavern, but everyone's drinking alone. They're all up their own arses about the Inquisition. I can't have fun with everybody whinging, and they'll fall on their swords before Corypheus can push them. I'm thinking pranks. Set a few up, knock a few down. You win or not?
I think this is a fun cutscene.
You have an odd idea of preparation. I need to keep them at their best.
What's best then, Mopey?
Mopey.
Constantly ready for death to fall from the gaping hole up there. I know people. Pissed off and fired up is better than dreary bleary. Come on.
Yeah, we'll do it. Why not?
Lead the way.
What, really?
Really?
Just a bunch of blonde
I
elves
knew you were different. Let's go.
about to cause some mischief. I think it's fun. Whoa.
Right, general uptight is gone. Have a search about.
I mean that
Find something to mess with and give your
pile.
soldiers a laugh. What, the desk? Oh yes, center of the empire and all that. What to do, what to do.
All right, Sarah. What do you want to do?
Thing looks heavy. Don't want to move or break it. I got it. Easy one. Just a slip of something under here. There, won't notice much, but it's just that little bit wonky. He's so in control that'll piss him royally. I tell one of the soldiers and boom, the general seems like people. And since he works for you, you seem like people. Come on, next one.
You tell some soldiers and they think, okay. I don't understand that one too well. We're just ignoring Cullen. Oh, I don't want to do this to
Little
Josephine.
lady prissy pants. Have a look for something she likes too much.
Why'd you sit on the floor?
Right, little lady prissy pants. What, just the door? Where she greets every important idiot. Yes.
I don't like doing this to Josephine.
Well, Sarah, what do you have in mind?
No.
Bucket.
Josephine's gonna hate us. No.
Classic, yeah? 5 minutes of sloppy boss gets you weeks of happy kitchen staff. Except for the one who cleans it up, I suppose. But whatever. Next up.
What's in the bucket? Please tell me it's just like water or something. Oh god, Liliana stuff. She doesn't even comment on her.
Right, something to get our shadow of birds loosened up. Gotta be something. Have a search.
A locked box.
What's that? A locked... No, leave that. Not interested in her hidden things. Not for just a bit of fun. Maybe feed her messengers something gassy? No, birds don't pop. But they flap and...
Who is up there?
Run!
Go!
Like we couldn't just say that. It's just us. We gotta go. I think it's
That
fun.
was fun. An inquisitor of the people, still remembering you're one of them. If all they got was the herald stuff, the serious bit, you'd start to sound pretty scary. That works, but not for long.
Whatever it takes. I'd start throwing pies if it kept people inspired.
Pies is so good, and Corypheus would never do that. Good thing for you, innit? Because from the bottom, everyone up top sort of seems the same. Anyway, fun time, Inquisitor. You!
Oh.
Oh, frig. You did it!
I'm sorry, Josephine. You're the only one I regret messing with. Does she have another quest? Or is that someone else?
Back, yeah? Always good.
Always good. Okay. Goodbye, Sarah.
I'll be back if I need you.
Nice. We had some Sarah time. Is it Cole that has it?
Let me know if you find
No, someone outside.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
It would have been, you're right. Did you like the mask?
What did you think of the masks?
What masks?
The masks. Everyone had them on their faces.
Those weren't their faces.
Those weren't
I'll
their
talk to you later.
faces?
Yes.
Okay. We haven't talked with Cassandra, and we need to go back to Blackwall. Okay. Didn't mean to click that. There's something over here? Look at that in 1 second. Cassandra!
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree?
Hi.
I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
The fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was hilarious. That's what they'll say one day. You watch.
I bet.
I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next Divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
Oh, why am I don't want to be that. I don't even want to ask that. I'm going to support both in dialogue. I think it only really matters if you go to the war table and support them there. So I want to have my options open.
I think you'd make an excellent Divine.
Truly? I never look good in hats.
Never looked good in hats. That's funny.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars, this cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
I'm surprised to hear you of all people say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
If you're concerned, then make it better.
Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
And not the romance.
You're not the only candidate. What about Leliana?
Leliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy. But she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Leliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
So this is your new crusade?
I've agreed to nothing yet.
And if the Chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can, for as long as I can. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
I'm not sure who I'm going to support for the divine.
What do you need, my friend?
Do you want to be divine?
So, you're a candidate for divine now?
So I am informed.
Is that something you actually want?
Why should what I want matter?
Why shouldn't it matter? Don't you have the right to be happy?
It is very simple. The Chantry needs to survive. To do that, it must change. I have never believed in asking another to do what you are unwilling to do yourself. So I look upon this as an opportunity. I owe it to myself and all of Thedas to seek the Sunburst throne.
There are other ways you can change things.
Perhaps. I may not have a choice in the matter if the Chantry clerics pick another.
All right.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
I do agree with her stances on this. What's happening in here? You have things? Hello?
Oh, my maker. You cannot imagine how many letters
Oh.
I've received about the fracas at Halam Shiral. Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut, although it is yet bewildering at the center.
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral.
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table.
Okay.
I'm not going near that thing.
How's it going? Do we have what we need?
With Skyhold shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers, given them what for.
Whoa.
I think I like this job.
He's doing good
As you
from
were.
what he was like
We are here
before.
for you, Inquisitor.
Sad weapon. Why does it have a banana there? Sure, craft it. Why not? I can't even use
We are
it.
honored to serve.
Okay, we still have who to talk to. I want to go back to Blackwall, and while I'm over here, I'm gonna do my inventory management real quick. I think Blackwall's gone. He is! Motherfucker, you did that conversation then just dipped. Inquisitor, you've been a friend and an inspiration. You've given me the wisdom to know right from wrong, and more importantly, the courage to uphold the former. It's been my honor to serve you. What? Michelle.
It's good to know we're doing something worthwhile.
Oh, hey.
The Spy Master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
Go on. Liliana knows where he is, doesn't she? She knows everything.
She doesn't know everything, yet. Sister Liliana had us search the Warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
Colin is ready to at the war table. Crumpled sheet of paper, it looks like it was removed from a recent report to Sister Liliana. Lieutenant Cyril Mornay, one of the soldiers responsible for the Callier massacre of 937, was captured in Lides. Like the others who were arrested for the involvement, Mornay insists that he did not know who he was assassinating, and that he was just following the orders of his captain. This captain, Tom Rainier, is still at large. Mornay is to be executed within the week in Valrio. Brother, we gotta go do his thing immediately. But before we do that, I'm gonna go to... We've talked to everyone. Let's go talk to Morrigan.
A working nursery with not a space wasted will want for nothing.
Oh my god, I think I just saw her and her son. I know I did elf root. I think I need blood lotus now. Ah, can I move at all? Jesus, never mind, I'm not doing that. I'll just get the elf fruit and be on my way. Jesus. Mother
Inquisitor,
Giselle?
the soldiers say you banished the demons at Adamant and freed the Grey Warden mages. I understand from Sister Liliana that the truth is somewhat more complex, but no less extraordinary. She said that you spoke with a figure in the Fade that seemed to be the soul of divine Justinia. I suspect many of the faithful would like to know what Justinia told you.
She helped me remember what happened at the Conclave. The Maker didn't give me the mark on my hand. I was struck in battle. And Andraste didn't send me. The figure everyone saw was Divine Justinia.
So it is as you have always maintained. You must feel quite vindicated.
Yeah?
I'm relieved to have any worries about Andraste or the Maker put aside. This is now a battle of mortals and magic, one we can win.
Then I will save my own ruminations upon faith and belief, and simply pray for your success, Inquisitor. It is wise that you do not let what happened in the Fade spread, however. Some would not understand. Now, is there anything I can help you with?
I don't think so.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
It's just on a whim that I felt to talk to her. Hello, Morrigan.
You're the Inquisitor.
Some strange kid walks up to you.
Mother never told me the Inquisitor was an elf.
That's not such a terrible thing, is it?
No, I just don't know why your people want to look like that.
Want?
Kieran, are you bothering the Inquisitor?
Of course not. Did you see what's on her hand, Mother?
I did see. 'Tis time to return to your studies, little man.
He's supposed to be like 10 or 11.
My son. Never where you expect him to be, naturally.
I didn't know you had a son.
Why would you? I take great pains to not let my own reputation affect him in any way. To most in the Imperial Court, he's simply a quiet and well-spoken lad, perhaps the heir of some distant family. But he goes where I go. Worry not, Inquisitor. Kieran is a curious boy, but seldom troublesome.
Okay. Where is his father?
Will his father be joining us as well?
I have raised Kieran on my own for quite some time now, as was my preference from the start. So 'tis but the two of us, Inquisitor. Your fortress is a large place, and you will scarce notice our presence.
He seems like a fine young man.
But not the sort one might expect a woman like me to raise.
I didn't say that.
No son of mine would be raised in a marsh, bereft of contact with the outside world. His future will be difficult enough without my adding to his burden. To think, until recently this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
It?
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Tarar Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
We were lucky to have found it when we did.
Fate is often mistaken for luck, as Mother is fond of saying. The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed, 'tis that he actually may.
That he actually may. She's right. That's scary stuff. Hello, Morgan.
I hear the Grey Wardens are now banished from southern lands. Such a descent into infamy after their victory in the Fifth Blight. I wonder if they wish now that the war had spread further. They have until the next archdemons rise to repair what damage they have done, if they are even able.
Okay, let's ask Morgan some questions.
Now that you've seen the Inquisition up close, what are your impressions?
'Tis remarkable what you have built. I will give you that. A web of favors has wrapped every noble family in southern Thedas around your fingers.
Yeah.
All this in precious little time, conjured from thin air through the power of fervor alone. I wonder if Corypheus suspected what he was enabling, just as I wonder what will become of all this once he is defeated.
I have no idea what will happen once all this is over.
Do you not? No doubt there will be countless men and women with suggestions.
Oh, I'm sure.
Beware the heights you reach, Inquisitor. When this is done, many will be eager to knock you back down.
I'd like to know more about you.
Ah yes, whence comes the mystery woman slinking her way into the Inquisition's ranks? Once I was an apostate, living well away from the banal influence of the Chantry in the Kakari Wilds. Then came the Fifth Blight with its darkspawn, and I left Ferelden for the Empress's court. 'Tis certain the nobles of Orlais breathe a collective sigh of relief that I am now here.
It's odd that an apostate could live so openly.
It confuses those who expect apostates to cower and hide. I stand boldly before them and demand to know why I need some Chantry mage to teach me to control my power. They would put me on a leash so they can feel safer at night. I am uninterested in their comfort. Naturally, it helps to have friends in high places.
True. Literally the Empress of Orlais protecting you?
The Orlesian court seems like an odd place to find someone like you.
That was the point, originally. I knew the Empress was intrigued by the arcane and that I could answer questions no Chantry mage could. Thus, we fit together nicely. I became her advisor, and she my benefactor and source of refuge. Truth be told, our arrangement would not have lasted much longer. Too many wagging tongues, even for Celine.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight.
The Blight began in the Kokari Wilds, so yes, I experienced it firsthand. Indeed, I fought at the hero of Ferelden's side for a time. She is the reason the Blight was defeated.
Aww.
I wish things had gone differently in the end. It had to be, yet. And after that, I came to Orlais. The last place one would look for me, or such was my hope.
I don't like that. I think if you get... Sorry, let me back up. If you do Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts before Into the Abyss, and Alistair is the Grey Warden, they have a conversation together in Skyhold, I believe. I'm kind of sad that Leliana and Morgan don't acknowledge each other. At least maybe there's some behind-the-scenes stuff that happens and we can headcanon that stuff happens. But, like, you as an Inquisitor don't get to see Morgan and Leliana interact even though they know each other. I think that's kind of boo, in my opinion.
Tell me more about your son.
He is a very special young man.
Special in what way?
In every way. At first, Kieran was a means to an end. But as he grew, I never thought of myself as a mother, Inquisitor. I had no good example to follow. I find myself becoming something I can barely recognize.
Oh.
I'll leave you to the garden.
Of course.
Is there more?
I imagine your forces will be heading into the Arbor Wilds very soon, Inquisitor. Trust me when I say that wherever the Alluvian is hidden, it is worth any effort to prevent Corypheus from acquiring it.
Let's learn about Elven lore.
You seem to know a great deal about Elven lore.
The Dalish are not the only ones interested in the distant past, Inquisitor. Indeed, my skills allow me access to places the Dalish dare not even dream of. The ancient elves hold secrets they have not yet given up. secrets about the foundation of Thedas itself. Thus, they are my focus. Corypheus clearly feels the same.
Okay.
I'll leave you to the garden.
Of course.
I wonder if we can come back here and talk to Kieran. Oh. Later, because he's gone now. But that'd be cool. Alright, so we've talked to everyone in Skyhold, and Cullen's ready for us to... Oh god, okay. Let's go back to the war table. I think the first thing we need to do is go get Blackwall. And then we'll definitely do this other stuff. 100%. Let's get back to the war table, which I think is not over here. It is.
No mercy. We nearly lost the cream of our leadership.
Is Florian here? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, wait! I think this...
all a grand jest. Ha!
This is her! That's hilarious. Oh, I love it. I love it. Hope someone's keeping an eye on her, because we shouldn't just let her do whatever she wants. Alright, Cullen, what have you done? Right. With our help, Guard Captain Aveline took care of Sebastian's forces. Liliana's spicy has grown deeply impatient and is making plans to retreat. Okay, and that's gonna take so long. I shouldn't have done these long ones. I should have found some short, easy ones to do. That also has another hole. What can we have Cullen do? Track down Samson? I think we should do that. Using Maddox as a lead, Cullen has begun to hunt down anyone providing equipment and supplies that Maddox might need for Samson's armor, lyrium, reagents, dwarven tools, and so on. Cullen is arranging patrols along roads and bridges for any sign of Samson forces trading and moving equipment. I can have the patrols leave right away. That this could lead to Samson's headquarters.
To work?
And we have to wait. So let's go to Valrio, I believe it is. Looking at all that we have to do. Quite a few things to do. I thought this was going to be more chill, but we have quite a few things to do. So, with that, we need to go to Val Royaux. Just looking around. And get Blackwall back. In some capacity. Was this always her thing? This is new. Look at this one! Oh my god. I don't think it matters who I bring with me. It's raining. Blackwall, what are you doing?
Cyril Mornay, for your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General Vincent Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers.
And the children?
You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense?
He has
Very
nothing.
well.
Just given up.
Ah. Human justice.
They're going to kill him.
Proceed. Stop! A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given, and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Blackwall!
No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead, and has been for years. I assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
Bro, the betrayal. The betrayal. Bro!
So the mages are back in line and the templars are mad as rabbits?
Can you believe it? Tom Rainier himself.
I think this is a crazy, I say betrayal, but like a crazy, lie being exposed. How are we supposed to know? I mean, he did give a little bit of hints. If you paid attention, you played the origins, you would know that he was not in Ferelden when he said he was.
You must know something about Renee.
I know what everyone knows. He'll hang for the massacre of a noble and his family.
Even the children.
Where did they take the prisoner?
In the jail of the marketplace. If you've goodbyes to say them now. It's a damned mess, but believe you me, it'll be sorted out quick. Lots of people can't wait to see that man swing.
Yeah, well, that's not gonna happen. Because I'm about to yoink him. I'm about to yoink him. Cullen better be here. All the way over there. Alright, we'll walk over.
How odd that more men
Who's
show up
this?
at the manor to speak with you. You and not I.
I apologize.
Why do I have a quest here?
I wonder who knows pain astride the game.
Adrian.
There is an issue that you should address. I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
Why is she here? What?
There is no doubt. Captain Tom Rainier.
He wore the shield.
Damn. We're gonna be in big trouble politically by using the Grey Warden treaties to help us get stuff. When we didn't have a Grey Warden.
I didn't take Blackwall's life. I traded his death. He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn.
Oh.
He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man, the man he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
This lighting.
You think your death will make up for what you did?
Isn't it a start?
No.
Why are you here?
I needed you to know you aren't alone in this.
Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing.
Oh.
When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason while I was pretending to be a better man. This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
Would a monster have given himself up? Somewhere along the line, you stopped pretending.
Damn, he's really at his lowest point right now. I need your romance, Blackwall. This moment will be so spicy as a romance.
Yes.
I need to know about Blackwall. The real Blackwall.
We met in a tavern when I was on the run. I was nothing. A waste of life. But he wanted to recruit me. We headed to Valshavan for the joining. But Blackwall insisted on making a stop along the way. An old ruin from one of the previous blights. He said it led to the deep roads. I was to go down alone, find a dark spawn, and fill a vial with its blood. When I returned, I found the warden ambushed by more of the creatures. He took a blow for me. He shouldn't have died. It should have been me.
Not saying I disagree, but Blackwall clearly thought you were worth saving.
No one should have died for me. He would have wanted me to carry on to Valshavan, I'm certain. But without Blackwall, there's no proof that I've been recruited. That I didn't kill him. I couldn't go to the wardens. But I couldn't just walk away. So, Rainier died. And Blackwall lived.
I also wonder at the beginning if it was more for himself. Is that what he just said? More for himself than trying to keep a good man alive.
Who were you before this mess?
I was a captain in the Orlesian army. Well regarded, respected. But it wasn't enough. One mistake. One mistake and everything I worked for fell apart.
The man on the gallows, Mornay. Who was he?
My second in command. He was a good man. When I heard he'd been caught, I was resolved to stop his execution. Couldn't let another die for my mistake.
I need to know the details of what you did. Who you killed, why.
I betrayed the Empire and assassinated a general, all for gold. The man was General Vincent Callier. My employer was a Chevalier, Robert Chapuis. Sir Robert believed that Grand Duke Gaspard was the rightful ruler of Orlais and would eventually take the throne. He thought that by eliminating one of Celine's loyal supporters, he might endear himself to the true Emperor. I can't say if Robert's plan would have worked. I didn't care. There was good coin offered, and I took it. By the time Sir Robert's involvement was uncovered, I was long gone. Of course, the Grand Duke disavowed any knowledge of the act and publicly condemned it.
Wow.
Robert killed himself. Poison in his wine. Another victim of the great game.
Jesus.
You got your men to help you. What did you tell them?
They didn't know who they were attacking. I told them it was an important mission. They trusted me without question.
That's kind of fucked up though,
Just
Blackwall.
as your men trust you.
Armies are weapons. Weapons don't wield themselves.
Weapons don't have lives, families, dreams. An army is not just a weapon.
That was a little cruel of Orin to say. I don't know if I fully understood that option.
My reports say that Callier was with his family. You had them all slaughtered.
I didn't know Callier would be traveling with his family. I assumed only soldiers, armed guards.
And the kids?
My men had been told to eliminate everyone. They'd seen war. They thought they were defending
the children
their country.
being killed.
No one likes to think about that. But it's names that carry power in this world. Bloodlines.
Bro.
Yes. No matter how leaders like Celine or Gaspard pretend the game is played, that's how real war is waged.
That shouldn't be how wars are fought. There's no need.
War is unfair, and the sky is blue. But you're right. There was no need for what I did.
Okay.
There's another thing I'm still wondering.
Yes?
Nothing, I guess. Never
That's
mind.
all for now.
Cullen, we gotta get our boy out. Cullen.
I have Liliana's report on Tom Rainier.
Give me the overview.
Looks like our friend was once a respected captain in the Imperial Orlesian army. Before the Civil War, he was turned, persuaded to assassinate one of Celene's biggest supporters. He led a group of fiercely loyal men on this mission, and told them nothing of it. His men took the fall for him. A few lucky ones, like Mornay, managed to escape.
This is helpful, or at least educational.
Don't blame yourself. We all made this mistake. What do we do now? Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
Damn.
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it.
Damn.
Yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause. And the moment he shakes off his past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
Some part of you is impressed by what he did, isn't it?
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage, I'll give him that. But I can't tell you what to do.
Get him out!
Have Rainier released to us.
We must move quickly. We can explore our options back at Skyhold.
We gotta get him. We have to get him out! We have to get him out.
Inquisitor.
Alright, we've done track down Samson. We tracked Samson's remaining Red Templars escorting a supply caravan to a hidden location in the wilderness. It could be his headquarters. I expect verification before the hour is over. I've already begun preparing a squadron of soldiers to accompany us. Allow me to debrief you in person when your duties permit. Okay. Where is the one? Tom Rainier's fate. If you think it worthwhile, we can have Tom Rainier, previously known to us as Blackwell, released from the Valveriel prison in which he awaits justice. Keep in mind, Inquisitor, that he is wanted on Orlais for the massacre which claimed the lives of Lord Vincent Callier, general and staunch ally of Selene, and all of Callier's family. I leave this in your hands. I request a special dispensation from the Orlesian throne, allowing Tom Rainier to be transferred to the Inquisition custody. This may anger some, but after Helm Trial, they owe us a favor. 2 problems, 1 solution. There was a traitor to our cause, a man similar in build and appearance to Rainier. We bind and gag him and have him take Rainier's place. He is condemned instead, and the world believes Rainier has paid the price. That's fucked up and exactly what Blackwell's trying to avoid. We can storm the prison with a small force and take Rainier into our custody. Valeriel's prison guards will oppose us. We should be prepared for casualties. No, let's just do Josephine's. Jesus. Why would we do it any other way? The dispensation came. A few questions asked. What passed in Helm Trial is fresh in their minds. Rainier awaits your judgment. Jesus. Okay, let's send Cullen out to do something. I don't know what. Commander Cullen, the Darkspawn have withdrawn completely into the mines from which they originally came. As I said in my previous letters, the mines show signs of recent maintenance. Someone was searching for something. It may be worth investigating the mines, but I'm concerned about our ability to navigate the tunnels without alerting the Darkspawn. I await your orders. My contacts in the corridor can get in and out of those mines without alerting the Darkspawn, or fighting in tunnels is ugly work, but this is the cleanest way to investigate them. Sure.
All right.
I don't know if that's the best option, but we're gonna do it. Alright, let's judge our good friend Tom Rainier. Oh, it's so weird. I don't even know what I'm gonna decide for him in this moment. We banished the Grey Wardens. My gesture is gone. Alright, let's do it.
For judgment this day, Inquisitor, I must present Captain Tom Rainier, formerly known to us as Warden Blackwall. His crimes... well, you are aware of his crimes. It was no small expense to bring him here, but the decision of what to do with him is now yours.
Oh boy.
I didn't think this would be easy, but it's harder than I thought.
Another thing to regret. What did you have to do to release me?
Josephine called in a few favors. There are enough people out there who owe the Inquisition.
And what happens to the reputation the Ambassador has so carefully cultivated? The world will learn how you've used your influence. They'll know the Inquisition is corrupt.
I wish there'd been another way, but my options were limited.
You could have left me there.
No.
I accepted my punishment. I was ready for all this to end. Why would you stop it? What becomes of me now?
I own you! Keep him in servitude! Yeah, we'll do this one.
You have your freedom.
It cannot be as simple as that.
It isn't. You're free to atone as the man you are, not the traitor you thought you were or the warden you pretended to be.
There you go.
The man I am. I barely know him. But I have a lot to make up for. If my future is mine, then I pledge it to the Inquisition. My sword is yours. If I'd said anything less, would an arrow from the rookery have snuffed me like a candle?
Take your post, Tom Rainier.
Tom Rainier. We have a lot to make up for masquerading as a warden. But I think that was the good choice for this playthrough, at least. I think we're gonna go talk to him. I don't even get to him right here. Let's go talk to Tom Rainier. See how he is settling in. He's still Blackwall, though.
Inquisitor?
How shall I refer to you? Rainier or Blackwall?
I've gotten used to Blackwall. Perhaps we could treat it as less of a name and more of a title. Almost like Inquisitor. Reminds me of what I ought to be.
Okay.
Everyone needs something to aspire to.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
Of course. Let's talk about
Is there
Warden.
anything you actually know about the Wardens? Or did you make it all up?
I made very little up. I also feared you knew enough to contradict me. Warden Blackwall told me a bit before my initiation, but it is a secretive order. Not even the most senior wardens know all there is to know.
Now we know why you were never worried about Corypheus's calling.
Yes. I have none of the warden's abilities and none of the drawbacks. Still, I would have fought through the darkest pits of the deep roads like any true warden.
And that matters.
There's more to it than being able to sense darkspawn. Warden Blackwall would have agreed.
You have a lot of respect for the Wardens.
They take all men, from the most noble to the most despicable, and make them equals.
They do.
I needed to believe something like that was possible.
Okay.
Why did Blackwall want to recruit you?
He never told me. I don't know what he saw that day besides some wreck starting a bar fight. That night, I taught some village militia a painful lesson about harassing a tavern girl. Didn't know I had an audience.
I can see why the warden was impressed.
You're assuming my intentions were noble. Told the girl to keep the wine coming. She couldn't, not with those louts bothering her. Something had to be done.
Damn. Okay.
We'll continue this another time.
Alright, I think I'm gonna keep this episode pretty short. We do have quite a few things to do in the next episode. Hopefully, enough to keep us busy. It seems like we have to go back to, not Empress Leon, which one is it? This one. To go to the Knight's Tomb as well, and defeat Carol, apparently. Let me look at what we got going on. Rifts. Okay, that's something we don't want to do. We have that still. This is about the dragon. I'm gonna go dragon hunting eventually. We also want to start the Frostback Basin soon. Quite a few things we could do here. Maybe I should go... Oh, I hit the mic. Maybe I'll go do Liliana's quest, and then we'll do some other quests next episode before we do a main mission or go to a new area. So that means we have to go here. Let's see Blackwall's new... It's still Grey Warden-esque even if you choose Tom Rainier, which is interesting. Again, I don't think it matters who I bring with me, I'm gonna be honest. Because we're just gonna be with Liliana.
Just as I remember it. You didn't tell me you'd been here before. The hero Ferelden and I came here after the Blight to visit Justinia. She was just Dorothea then.
That's sweet.
A revered mother. It's peaceful here. You must have good memories of this place. It was a place of comfort. It is good to see it still untouched by Corypheus.
Liliana, is that you?
Sister Natalie, what are you doing here? I thought you were in Val Rayo.
Ooh.
No, I've been here since Justinia died. This place makes me feel like...
What signal are you trying to give me?
She's still with us.
Inquisitor, this is Natalie, a trusted friend.
Wait, Inquisitor? You brought the Inquisitor here? My lady, forgive me for not recognizing you earlier.
You'll pay penance for that.
I wish more people would fail to recognize me.
Oh, I see.
Awkward.
Natalie, listen. There is something hidden here. Something Justinia left for me.
Oh, really? What is it?
I don't know, but we'll find it. I'm curious to see what brought us all here. Justinia's letter came with instructions for me. They were a little cryptic. Always remember that faith sprung from a barren branch, that light has no fear of darkness. Above all, that strength lives in an open heart.
She must be hinting at something in here. Let's look around.
Do they still sing verses from the benedictions every Friday? That canticle was Justinia's favorite.
Yes, of course. We'd never give up the traditions of our most beloved divine.
That is lovely to hear. I stare up at the breach sometimes.
Hold on, let me listen to this.
Terrifying.
It's
but
important.
Beautiful in its way.
It is beautiful.
Have you seen it by sunrise?
When the sun rises through it, it splits into what looks like 1,000 suns, like a broken mirror.
Yes, spectacular, isn't it? You must be careful, Natalie. Justinia's enemies are making their move, vying for position and the Sunbirth's throne.
Hidden mechanism.
I was in the cloister in Lothering when the Blight began. There was a lot of fear back then. No one knew what was going to happen, whether we would live or die. And then one morning, I found a single bloom on a dead rose bush. And I thought, even in the midst of all this, life finds a way. The Maker hasn't abandoned us.
I remember that. Basically the beginning of our story and origins. After our dwarven origin.
An open hand. Well, that one's quite literal. And morbid. But Justinia always said that compassion was my greatest strength. Doubt is easy.
Oh my God.
It takes courage to trust.
Do it.
What was that? Looks like we opened something.
Very pretty here. I will give it that. Ooh. Wow!
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Good old Leliano was playing you the whole time. Didn't you realize?
They never sing the benedictions here on Fridays, Natalie. Something so simple.
Damn.
And you got it so wrong. I wanted to believe, but you were lying from the start. Keep that pretty mouth shut if you must, dear. You've already told me everything I need to know. The prickleweed burrs on your hem, talking about the sun rising through the breach. It all points to a single place. Morel in the Dales, Grand Cleric Victoire's bastion. She sent you, didn't she?
Damn,
Victoire
she's
was
good.
always an opportunist.
Liliana is so good.
Who is this Grand Cleric? I've never heard of her.
An experienced cleric. She never agreed with Justinia, but kept her ideas to herself. I suppose now, with Justinia dead, she thought she could make her move.
I want to know what this Grand Cleric planned here.
She sent Natalie here to see what Justinia was hiding, no?
The Inquisition has turned Thedas away from the true Chantry. It must be stopped.
Stop us? You must be joking.
Mother Victoire is well loved by many. The Inquisition has more enemies than you know.
And Victoire thinks she can ally with them.
Join us, Natalie. She won't join us.
Good work. We know the name of our enemy. That's half the battle won.
Exactly.
Kill me then. I am not afraid to die for my beliefs. At least I still know what I believe.
We're gonna let her be, because this is what she does best, and this is what I set her up for in Origins. And I know we're playing as a different character, but...
This has to be done. You know it.
I see what you've become. The righteous stand before the darkness, and the Maker shall guide them.
Damn.
No, this can't be it. There's nothing here.
Check again. Perhaps the box itself is a puzzle. She seemed the puzzling sort.
The puzzling sort.
No, it's just an empty box. There's a message carved in the lid. The left hand should lay down her burden. She's releasing me. The divine has a long reach, but it is always her left hand that stretches out. 1,000 lies, 1,000 deaths. Her commands, but my conscience that bore the consequences.
She apologized in the Fade. She said she failed you. This is what she meant.
All this time, Justinia carried the fear that she was using me, just like I'd been used in the past. But Marjolaine's games were trifles. Justinia gambled with the fate of nations. She needed me. No one else could have done what I did. She knows that.
Sacrifices are necessary. You know that.
I know. And hearing you agree gives me the courage to do what must be done. Justinia tried to save me, but all it's done is made me realize I don't need saving. There is work to be done. I'll see you back at Skyhold.
All right. We have made Leliana the perfect killing machine. Oh, we can loot her? Oh my god, that's fucked up. What the hell? Very pretty place. I'm glad they can let us like explore it a little bit if we wanted to. Gotta give the church props. They always have beautiful architecture. But I think we're good. Let's go talk to Leliana at Skyhold, and we'll probably bring this episode to a close. Check in on Leliana. Leliana! What?
Grand Cleric Vitois is scrambling after the loss of her ancient.
Good. Her support base is in Morale. Tear it down.
Damn.
Grand Cleric Victoire wishes to make an enemy of the Inquisition. I'll give her what she wants.
Oh, damn.
Doesn't Victoire have a young cousin? Lord Firmin? She dotes on him.
Yes, mistress. I believe that is so.
Good. Have him collected. He shall be an honored guest, and make sure the Grand Cleric hears about it.
At your command.
Damn, she's scary. She's scary!
Is everything under control?
Perfect. The Grand Cleric and others like her will fall in line soon enough. You see, when I'm ruthless, it gets us where we need to be. It's something to be proud of. Why fix it? How funny that her regret is what finally puts my own to rest. I chose to become her left hand, knowing what it meant. It was my weakness that stopped me from fully committing to my task.
You have a good heart. It's not a weakness.
You are too kind, Inquisitor. Call it what it is. The Inquisition needs me just as the Divine did, to do what no one else dares. Death and deception are my trade. It is what I am. It is what I always will be.
And Serena loves her for it. All right.
I'm listening.
Anything I should know?
Celine has cemented power in Orlais. Good, we need an ally like her. At the moment, she's said to be rooting out the last...
Oh, God, that scared me.
Once that is done, we will have a united Orlais behind the Inquisition.
That scared the shit out of me. Why did that happen?
I'll leave you to your...
Jesus, I get I leveled up, but jeez. In the middle of conversation? Ah. I can't go back. I have to get that first. To damage them. Let's do that one. I guess she has nothing more.
I'm listening.
I guess I might have to go out and do something and then come back to talk to her about being divine. So, let's get back to the war table. I don't think anyone's ready, but I'm going to triple check that they aren't. And we'll bring this episode to a close. I think we did a lot of things. Mostly, we got some Morgan stuff. We found the Alluvian. Or we were showed the Alluvian and the Crossroads. Saved Tom Rainier from himself. Made him atone as the man he is. Yeah, I don't think anyone's ready. And we helped Leliana know that, hey, once again, it's okay to murder and deceive and be deceptive and all that. It's who you are. It's what you're best at. And Serena will be happy to be reunited with her. But I'm going to bring this episode to a close. We still have some more side stuff, more quest companions, or companion quests to do. So we'll do that in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you then.